So I've recently been to China and I've collected these little gems over here. Now one of these AirPods is my AirPod, my original AirPod. The rest of them are totally fake ones. If we look at these AirPods, you can spot one immediately that looks kind of fake. AirPods, always come in white colors. They never come in any other color. So the black one is fake for sure. Definitely. You can bet your ass Apple does not create black AirPods. So I can put this here on the side. This is fake. They would never do this. Other than that, we have some other AirPods over here. This one has some writing on it. This one has like a sticker on it. And these ones look very generic and very original. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is the original. This is mine. As you see, it has the engraving on it. Apple does engraving. Other companies usually don't do this. So if you see an AirPod with something engraved on it, pretty big chance it might be original, but you need to check this font because this is how Apple prints the letters on it. Now, this is what we're going to compare all of these AirPods to. So let's start. When we look at an original AirPod, you can see here in the back, it says designed by Apple in California, assembled in China. Those are the exact letters and sentences you should be seeing there. When we look inside the cap, then you should see something like this on the left side and something like this. Let me just take this out so we can see it better. Something like this on the right side. Anything else is probably not an AirPod. Now, with that in mind, we have a lightning connector on the bottom. This is the first generation AirPods Pro, so this is what we're going to be comparing it to. But with the help of an original one, it's very easy to compare. And if you check this video out later, it's very easy to compare. So this is our baseline. Let's put it over here. Let's check the black one. First of all, the black one has no text on it. If it would be Apple, you bet your ass they would have some text somewhere. There's no text inside. There is nothing you can see here. A very important thing I forgot to mention is obviously if we take out the original headphones, let's look at them closely. This is how they look from close up. As you can see here on the inside, you have text and it says Apple A2083 China and then a small little serial number. I don't know if you can see it. And then you have CE and recyclable, whatever. Then on the bottom, this is how the AirPods look on the side. Here on the side, the ear tips. This is going to be very important. The ear tips. Make sure you remember what this ear tip looks like. It curves here on the end. If you look at it from like this side or this side, you cannot really see underneath. Let's look at the fake one. The black fake one. Obviously, no text on it. This is not good. Do you remember the rubber ear tip from the original ones? Just compare the two. You see how much more this one is not in line? This is like a nice little bubble in another bubble. This one has a sharp edge right here. You can see that the tip is totally fake. They come off and they look exactly like the original ones. This is how they look from the inside. And in the fake one, you're missing this little sensor over here. Or as you can see or not see because it's black. With the ear tips, they are generally same, but it's very different quality. This feels like plastic, this feels like silicone. The original ones are a lot better quality and more mushy than the fake ones. So it is very easy to distinguish this one from the original one, even though that this one is the Pro 2 that you see has the speakers and it has the microphone or whatever this is and the latch space. Now when you connect this to the phone, it will pop up as an original, as you see, not your AirPods Pro, and it has the animation, so this is very tricky. You click connect, it has the button, you're gonna connect. There you go, it gave the sound, it's connecting right now. And there you go, AirPods Pro 2 black. Look, they even made the little AirPods setting panel over here. And you have noise cancellation, you have off and transparency. It's very important to try noise cancellation. These, in fact, do not have noise cancellation, active noise cancellation. You have all of the things that you're supposed to have in terms of an original, and it even shows up in your Find My. So they put the original chip in here, but the quality is subpar. This is a total fake. Now let's go to these two. If you ever get AirPods like this that have weird wrappings around them, as you can see. No, no, no. Big no, no. Big no, no. This is the first indicator that it might not be real. The difference between these two, as I found out when I was in China and they were showing these to me, is they're actually a replica of the AirPods 3, but one of them has a bigger battery. So one is a smaller battery, one is a bigger battery. The way AirPods 3, the second category, and basically when we talk about the categories, it means that inside the battery is bigger than in the smaller version, so the usage hour is more. This one has 10 hours of battery life, while the other one has a lower capacity. The way you can check that, as you can see, you open it up, it wants to connect, but I'm not going to connect, is you need to twist the head and then it pops up. And then this is what the fake AirPods look like from the inside. Nowhere near. Apple doesn't put batteries like that. And the moment you put it in your ear, you're gonna hear the quality difference. Now, let's go back to the originals for a moment, and I want to show you something that you can look out for. On the bottom, when you're looking at the text, the R should be a very light R and the L should be a very light L. This is too thick. The fake ones are too thick to be originals. Obviously, the design is a little bit different over here, so I cannot compare to that. But this is number one. Now, these don't have noise cancellation at all in the originals either. If you look, they kind of did the text here on the bottom, but it didn't really work out. The typography is all over the place. This is not an original. You can throw it away, throw it in the bin. This is not original. Neither is this, with this text on it. And a very unique thing in this one, while they didn't brand it yet, a lot of companies are, getting this design and trying to sell it as their own brand. This one has no design by Apple. As you can see, this previous one had the design by Apple, but it's also thicker than the original. This one has no design by Apple. It has nothing on the inside. It has nothing on the earbuds. If you see anything without any writing, for sure, a fake. Now, here's one that was well in use, as you can see. This is when there is a design by Apple on the back. But here on the inside, do you remember how the original ones looked? It wasn't like this. It was more like this. The text is in the wrong place over here. Everything is just a weird way of doing it. Plus, if you look very closely, the text here on the back is not straight and it's not dead in the center. Apple would never let out a product like that. Even though this one has the animation too. They're getting pretty tricky with these animations, but no, don't get fooled. Now, we go back to the pros. There's two pros here. This one is an original Pro and this, like first generation Pro, and this is a second generation Pro. From the outside, they look very convincing. But I think by this time you can spot the problem with this one. If you can, stop the video, hit me down in the comment section below. What is the problem with this Pro? Yep, you're right. There's no text. Absolutely no text. I'm not even gonna go into the quality of the headsets because all of them are terrible or subpar compared to the original ones. I've tried them all. Even if the music quality is good, the microphone quality is always crap. So don't even think about these things. Now, as you can see, they did a pretty good job there getting their materials from wherever Apple is getting it from. But if you look closely, so original, fake, same generation. This opens easier, a lot easier. And you see, you need a lot more force to close this one. It's more wobbly here on the top. Apple's doesn't wobble so much. So this mechanism that opens up the AirPods is a lot more wobbly on the fake ones. Probably different materials used in here to close the whole thing. Other than that, they all have a very good charging or wireless charging and everything. And as you can see, these have the animations as well. Now back into the Pro 2. This one has the writing. It's really good. It's very convincing. It's actually in the middle, but not the same. The typography is different. This is more of like a Montserrat, and this is Apple's own font. They did not bother to find Apple's San Francisco font and print it with that. If we look on the inside here too, you see original, pictures on the left side, text on the right. Over here, text on the left, pictures on the right. And you know, whenever you use fake AirPods and then use a real one, you will immediately be able to tell the difference. So what I suggest to you is if you have an Apple store near to you, go in there, listen to the quality of the original ones. And then whenever you're faced with a very cheap AirPod that is suspicious, you will be able to tell the difference between an original and a fake. To recap, colors, big no-no. Weird stickers and numbers on it, big no-no. If it's missing any text, big no-no. And if there is a text, then you need to check what kind of text is it. Is it in the right correct places? Does it look like Apple's San Francisco font? And finally, put it in your ear. Make a phone call with it, because the microphones, usually the microphones are the worst. So the way they sell this is the small battery ones are the cheapest, and there are 3 categories usually. One is the very cheap version. Those are very bad sound quality, very bad microphone quality, and very bad battery life. The second one is basically the medium tier, which is this and this, where the sound quality is pretty good, the microphone quality is not good at all, and it's generally a good copy. And then you have a good tier, which I'm not saying these are, but you have a good tier where it's very hard to define the differences between AirPods and AirPods. And then finally, I don't have one of those. You have the originals, but the ones that are basically put together from the same materials and are created in the same factory, but they are not branded. They are without any text, and they get out somehow, and other people or other companies put their logo on it and sell it like that, and they sell it close to original prices. Those are generally originals, but Apple will do something against the chips that are inside so they don't show up and you're gonna get screwed. Anyway, guys, this is what you need to know and how you can differentiate between a fake AirPod and a real AirPod. Now, if you want to know how you can tell the difference between a fake iPhone and a real iPhone, check my video, or a fake Apple Watch and real Apple Watch, check my other video. All of them are linked down in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, I will be giving away an iPhone 14 Pro Max once we hit 100,000 subscribers. And I will be giving away another iPhone once we hit 50,000. So please check my previous videos, be up to date. Thank you very much. Until my next video, stay safe and hang loose. This is the cheap category. This is the lowest quality of AirPods 2. Then we have the second quality, AirPods 2 also, and the best quality of the AirPods 2. So this is all the 3 versions of the AirPods 2. From here we have the AirPods 3, which is, this is the basic category. Then we have AirPods 3, the second category. And basically, when we talk about the categories, it means that inside the battery is bigger than in the smaller version, so the usage hour is more. This one has 10 hours of battery life, while the other one has a lower capacity. Then in the line we have the first AirPods Pro. This is a second generation AirPods Pro, but is the lowest quality. Then the same thing, AirPods Pro, but the first generation in black, doesn't have the speakers and doesn't have the keychain. Then the one with the keychain and with the speakers and microphone. Then the highest, almost the highest quality of Pro, also second generation. And finally the top categories are the AirPods 3 and AirPods Pro 2 that have, this has a speaker and the keychain obviously. These are the top categories, the most expensive ones.